I would describe my career journey as a series of lucky events and a series of really good mentors as well. In fact, I think I have a very, very long way to go, journey-wise, but when I look back, it's really been not exactly what I had planned, and in some cases not even remotely what I had planned. But in terms of where it started, I think it has a lot to do with how I was brought up, which was in a bilingual family. My father is from upstate New York, the Buffalo area. My mother is from Puerto Rico. And almost as soon as I was born, we moved to Puerto Rico. And so I grew up in a bilingual family, which I think ultimately allowed me to communicate with lots of different people, relate to lots of different people, different cultures. I went to the University of Rochester for undergrad, and I was so undecided that I overloaded for every class. And so, again, almost kind of by accident, like what I'm talking about, the luck, is because I had overloaded the first few years, I ended up finishing my degree in 3 years. And then after the third year, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. My parents, who are my two most important mentors, said, well, the University of Rochester offers this program where if you have a high enough GPA and you interview well and your test scores are good, you might be able to get into an accelerated MBA program. And it's called the 3-2 program, or it was called back then, the 3-2 program. So I said, well, what else am I going to do, right? I'm not really prepared to enter the job force. I was 21 at the time. And I obviously didn't want the fun from school to end. So I ended up applying to the program, got in. And I ended up, essentially my senior year became the first year of my MBA. So while my friends were enjoying senior year and finishing up college, I was starting my business degree. So finished that in 2 years. And I was very unprepared for the program, but by luck, because of the fact that I was so young, I got a lot of exposure to mentors and advisors that I probably wouldn't have gotten otherwise, right? The school almost over-resourced the candidates that were in this program, in a sense. And so that was very lucky, right? Because I had no idea what to expect, and I decided finance sounded cool, and so did corporate strategy. So that's what I was going to focus in my MBA, and I had done a degree in psychology and French in undergrad, so no relation. So after the MBA, during the MBA program, I had some really great mentors. I ended up working for a former CFO from PepsiCo, Len Schutzman, who was a graduate of the school. Ended up working on one of his portfolio companies. He's a serial entrepreneur. And that was great exposure because I had no bad habits that was really my first job. It was during my internship. And really no bad habits, and he taught me some very good ones. I guess we all have bad habits, but corporate career and job-wise, not many at that time. So he taught me a lot, and really I was able to apply that into my first job after business school, which was for a bank called Nat City Investments, National City Bank, which is now part of PNC. And also, by luck, was connected to an alum that worked at this bank and encouraged me to apply to this development program at the bank and said, you should join this. And it was a corporate development training program, and I was probably 6-7 years younger than everyone I was surrounded by in the class that joined after their MBAs as associates. So again, a lot of exposure, over-resourced in a sense. They really gave us the best access to mentors and advisors across the company. I was there for about a year and a half. And then I was transferred into a group that wasn't doing too well because it was September of 2007. So I graduated 2006, which was amazing timing. I'm telling you, luck is a big deal here. So September of 2007 came, and the group that I was transferred to was very challenged, and really started networking my way through the East Coast, mostly New York City, and landed at Mariner Investment Group, where I was at for almost 9 years after that. And that was really, I think, where the real journey kind of defined itself in a way. I had 3 different bosses, several different roles in the company. They were all amazing bosses, but that's where I started to really feel like I was getting something done, like I was improving something, like I had some sort of control or a process or decision-making power where I could actually affect change. And my legacy, what I want my legacy to be, is as someone who has made change that is sustainable. And so I think I was able to really improve some things there. And then again, by a stroke of luck, after almost 9 years of being at this company, the opportunity to run the New America Alliance presented itself. And it was really something that I was simultaneously afraid of and excited about, because it's a huge responsibility to be managing this organization on behalf of the Latino community, but it was also one that I couldn't say no to. It was an opportunity that I would say that's the only one thing where I actively said, absolutely, this has to be my next step. I felt like an opportunity like this doesn't come along every day.